I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right.
Morning.
Morning.
Hi, guys. Nice to see you.
Well, don't have just too much. I got the guys hauling chips today and had them blade patching last week and hauling rock. It's pretty much what they're gonna do this week is, probably haul chips and kind of get them piled up.
It'd be nice to get that behind you. Won't it?
Yeah.
I'm here.
We gotta get a lot of, so as many as they'll let us have for now, but they're making them and we should be able to kind of keep rolling with that. But we were getting blade patch out of Hall Brothers out here. And that was really handy. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's like $7 a ton more there than it is out of Speedco.
You could probably get 2 extra weeks of
Or more, yeah.
You're not hauling that
And
far.
you just get so much more done, so.
Half done blade patching? Why not?
Not quite, no, not quite.
Yeah.
We're getting there. We haven't really done it too many days, but we got the one we're supposed to rip done.
All of it? Did you?
Yeah.
I know you were north of 36, but
Yeah,
know
got
that.
that done, Sailhorn Road, KSI Road, Wakeman Road, and they started on the Bedwell Road. They got some big holes on the, Burns Beth Road fixed. So that's where they're at now but with the weather, we're gonna haul chips for now until it dries up. And then, that's about it. And then, that Nathan Davis, he started today, so he showed up. He's getting his test done, so put him in a truck here in a little bit when he gets back. And then, about it. I don't know if, we'll switch over here to the landfill. That guy on that glass breaker never did call me until 10:45 on Friday. So,
AM, surely.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna
But-
say, please don't tell me you called PM. Yeah,
But no, it's obviously, I called Nancy Gafford and asked her, she didn't answer, never replied back, so
yeah.
I'm sure
So this guy has one?
they sell them, yes, yeah,
How much are they?
15. Yeah,
Let's hold off on that.
1,000.
Let's hold off on that.
15,000, wow.
yeah.
That'll take, a truckload brings $23.16. It'll take a long time to.
Do we gotta break the glass?
You have to break it, but we're gonna work on that old glass breaker and get it operable, so,
You can find enough parts in it.
yeah. It's mostly just bearings and try to get a belt, so we're gonna do that. So, but
Did
that's.
you ever get the other belt put on the cardboard?
I just talked to that guy this morning, and the belt should come to St. Louis this week. So then they're thinking they might be able to make it out here next week. So, yeah.
Get a price on your doors.
Not yet.
Still working on that.
Yep, they haven't. The guy from Beatrice, his guys measured it wrong or something, so he has to come back down this week. Remeasure, he said. But yeah, I haven't got any bids yet on them doors. And then, that's about it out there. Haven't heard anything else really, but, what do we do about? We're doing.
Did you take the job?
Yes, he took.
Okay. Probably better make an announcement first.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Okay.
Just in case.
Yeah, the mechanic position's filled. Jerry Morrison accepted it. So,
Starting wage is, well, looking it up.
there's 20,
20 something, wasn't it?
there's 20, 23. There's 2089, I thought we agreed on, didn't
You remember more than me.
we? Yeah, it was 20.
Someone's got over, yeah.
So,
It's 2089. Yeah. So,
he is assumed that role.
yep, he put brakes on the truck last week, fixed the dozer out there at the landfill, the old one, broke a cable, He's working on a low boy right now. Fuel pump, I think he's out on it.
Just got a list.
Fuel pumps out on the local.
That, yeah, that, on that motor.
No.
And then, the cable's broke on it or something, like throttle cable. So he's working on that today, but
So are good dozer, is it still?
they're working on the air conditioner still.
Oh.
They're having a hard time getting that pinpointed. So it's gonna run into a little bit more.
Yeah,
Adam, can I ask you another question on Jerry?
Yes.
So that's gonna be a change of pay for him.
Yes.
So when are we gonna, how are we gonna do that?
Do we just go from,
The next pay fix this week.
yeah,
All right, then.
sure, I get it.
I mean, it won't start till Friday, this
Right,
next pay period.
he just did it last week.
Otherwise, if you want us to prorate it, do one rate for the first part of last pay period and then the higher rate at the end, we can do that too. I just need to know.
Cause he started doing it, Monday the 10th.
probably a week ago today.
And we could go
Already
ahead,
taken already, right now.
yeah, on that, yeah.
Yeah, I just already know.
Prorate
Or-
on the county.
Oh, yeah. Or no, let's see, what is today?
It's-
17th,
Yes,
that's
so
a
we
week
can
ago
take it, yeah,
today.
yeah, so we can go today, yep.
Got
Okay. All right, and that pretty much covers it. Just, I think Corning boys are gonna go over there, by Rainier's and rip the deck off that and, put it.
Oh, are they? Great. Yeah, it's been a work in progress for a long time.
Yeah, yeah. They don't have to take the bridge down now, they just put it back.
Right, and we've had that decking for a long time.
Mhm.
And is that, what is that? Is that,
That's wood on that whole rail car.
I know, what are they gonna put on?
Decking and then, pour concrete on the,
Oh, they'll pour concrete on it. Right.
so make a nice bridge. And, yeah, we met with the bridge inspector last week, and Michael Maris, he was up, showed us gave us his report, what needs fixed, and what's good, and so,
So, and Jason had commented about you and bridges in general, and, I took a lot for granted with Dennis about bridges. And I suppose you got a 50-foot bridge, you know what size beam it's gonna take to do that. A 60-foot is gonna be different, and I don't know, I mean, I don't know where Dennis went, I don't know where you go, but don't be afraid to ask for help.
Right.
Is all I'm getting at, is,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have any idea, I mean,
Right.
I'm not an engineer,
I got a source I'm gonna talk to here.
a go-to guy, yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah,
That I'm gonna contact this week, so.
yeah, well, good.
Bridge number and by Rainier's. That can't be on.
Should be.
Yes.
Did he give you an actual completed list of bridges?
Oh,
Or he just give you bridge numbers that need to be fixed?
Yeah, it's a folder, that's the pictures, and it tells you everything that needs fixed. Most of it's just erosion problems. We just gotta get in there, put some riprap underneath the bridges. I'd say 95% of them are probably, it's not structural, it's all erosion and wind holes, so.
But he has been doing bridge inspections, Nemaha County,
Get our fracture criticals and stuff.
oh, just those,
11, 12, or L12.
There we go, that sounds better.
he just did the fracture critical.
This year, yes.
There's less than 10?
Oh golly, how many were there? He had two tons over totes there, so I think there was more than 10.
There's close.
And they were supposed to be going down.
Yeah,
You think there were that many?
there's probably 20.
Oh, surely not.
Well, he did new bridges too. He did
Yeah.
the bridges that the wind farm, he inspected those as new bridges. We took off old number, put on new numbers, like the state asks us to. So those were in there, and those were how many we find?
Yeah, there was five or six, yeah.
Cause I think we only started out with like 15 fracture critical and we closed,
And that would
Two or
make sense, if
three of
we had
them.
5 wind farm, there's about 20.
you know.
It's in the pink vouchers today,
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
because he brought us,
So when are we due to do the, all of
we do every other year, don't we, every 2
them?
years?
Yeah. So next year will be,
I would think so. All of them.
This guy's good. He's
is he from Emporia neighborhood?
Gardner.
Gardner, yeah.
Gardner down that way.
He's
Yeah.
good. He's
Very
very,
good.
very detailed.
Very detail oriented.
We always did that.
Mhm. It's nice. And then it gives you a list, now this, like this winter and stuff, send them, bridge guys out and here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Get this stuff shoved up under, because you can't hardly even begin to go around and look at all of them yourself, and he knows what he's talking about, this guy's good.
So there was talk at one time of getting eyes within 18 inches underneath those bridges. Did that actually get, that was in the State House, I think.
I know he works really well, really close with all the state guys, because if the state guys send me anything, they always CC it to him. So he knows what's going on in our county, and they keep track of him, so.
But that's something we got better keep track of that, because it was, when they were talking of that, it was gonna triple the cost of bridge inspections.
Hmm.
Because, if you stand under there and look, that's one thing, but if you gotta get a ladder down
Scaffolding
there.
underneath there.
Yeah.
It's an 18
And there
inch
was
bottom
guys,
bridge.
some of those outfits had purchased equipment that they could set on that bridge. You'd sit down in a chair, it had a hydraulic arm, you go down and over, so you could get your eyes within 18 inches, everything under there. You'll have
He
to-
never mentioned that, so he did say it.
So that, maybe that, there just was talk of that, and that's all it ended up being.
Let's hope.
Never.
Yeah,
How many bridges do you think you reviewed there?
No, there's
360 on the inspection list,
Mhm.
is that right?
I
365.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
How many do you think you
I was
reviewed?
thinking 345. But somewhere in there, yeah, it's over 300.
There's 300 some bridges, yeah.
He said we have a lot for our county.
We're like,
More than other
what is it,
counties.
second or third
Yeah.
highest in the state of Kansas for amount of bridges?
Do we have an
How many
old
needed
report there behind you looking at?
Probably one of the spiral notebooks.
It'll be spot.
Yeah, not that one, of those others. It might be an old one. One of that one,
There you go.
yeah. What year?
2020?
2020,
There you go.
so next year. They used to give, I used to have one, they'd give us all one.
Right.
And it was kind of handy to have. Somebody called me about a bridge and I could look it up.
Right.
And say, okay, here's,
He
we
does that, but
know.
He does all of them. I don't think like the fracture critical, we get those. We just got one for the office.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think
Oh.
when he does all of them, he will bring copies for each one of you guys.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I
And I've got more of the office, if anybody wants one.
Well, I figured you probably did. And, I didn't go to it very often, but.
It is nice to see that picture and know where it is.
Yeah. Well, I can, if somebody calls, I can say, okay, this bridge was inspected in June of 18, and here's what they said about it. And some erosion on the northwest corner, and that's all there was. And normally, that's what somebody calls about.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys know it, it's on the list, and
So how many were needing fixed or replaced?
At least 2 of them were needed to be shut down immediately.
Mhm.
And,
on the fracture critical list,
yeah,
yeah.
Is that on the list to get replaced this year?
it's kind of does, but yeah, there's 3 of them that were open that I shut down. And, I have to go back to my sheet. I should have brought them, but I shut them down last week.
They did. And what did you do? Put a barricade up, somebody's gonna take down?
Well, yeah.
No offense, by the way, but
Right.
you know where I'm going.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, I drove some bridge out signs down in Sledgehammer on most of them, but yeah.
Yeah.
But about the only way to do it is put a big load of dirt in front of it.
I know, and there's been known to, for somebody to go down there with their loader tractor and square it off and go around it.
Mhm. One of them was, well, north of Steve Ashman, that one on that.
Right,
That one's closed. Then I closed this one out here south of Uyghurs, or west of Uyghurs on 36 and south. Out here on the Port Farm Road, that curve, and you go north, then Pioneer broke off. I closed that. And then, the other one was up, it's north of the church road and then back west. I can get you the numbers.
West.
It's an old steel truss bridge, you know, but the pilings, it had a metal, it was encased with a big metal pipe. When it rusted through, and then all the concrete crumbled, it's just a peg about that big. He said, shut that down. So I shut that one down.
Well, that's something, I'd talk about maybe. I mean, you know what's.
And then this one on the Woodlawn Road, he says, or on Oak Grove Road, right off Galpinite Road, that first one right there. He says
Which
that
way from the
east,
east of
it's just right off the pavement. Yeah. Where the Oak Grove Road meets the Galpinite Road, going east. He said that would be a good one to replace too, and it probably needs it, so.
Yeah. Well, and you know that better than I, for sure, Adam. So you know the list for bridge replacement, you know what needs it the worst. And
Yeah, that would be one.
Yeah.
Definitely would be on top of the list, I would say.
This summer, you got what
They got
you need
5
done this
of them they're
summer.
gonna do this summer
Yeah.
so far, so, but I got them, yeah, like they're gonna do that render one, and then I got a couple wing walls. We got one bridge that's closed out south town, and it just needs a wing wall put back on it. And it's been closed for a couple years, so. I'm just
Yeah.
kind of fix stuff up as they go.
Yeah, well, we'll get to them when we can. That's all we can do.
You say anything about the bridge on 200 to run up here?
That's that one, is real rough deck.
Yeah, it's got a wooden deck with asphalt out over top of it.
Okay, I know, that's up there by Sedbeck's, correct?
Yeah.
Is it Mark or Matt? Matt, Sedbeck's, yeah. No, I never said anything about that one. No. I think it's sturdy but it's just, the eye appeal makes you, I mean, it's kind of porous looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
think it's missing a few planks.
okay, I'll take a look at it. So,
Well, and some of those, like that one at Steve Ashland, I think, we looked at closing that one, I think, at one time, closing the road at one time, did we not?
Did you?
Whatever became of that. Somebody that was opposed, I'll try to call Steve Ashland and ask him about that. Because that thing, last time I was down in there, I'd be afraid to walk across it. You know, I know Steve said there's guys drive pickups across it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a big old hole going around it. So, yeah. I wouldn't drive across it.
You get along okay?
Mhm.
With your health? Maintaining?
Baby has colic, so she's thinking 8 weeks, so,
So we a month old yet? Probably.
yeah.
One of the triplets.
No.
Born April 4th, so.
May 4th, yeah.
I don't hear from her very much. Her dogs got into skunks this morning, so she's busy today, I'm sure.
Just what she needs.
Yes.
Can you tell them about the cemetery road? Which I figured out who owns the cemetery road now.
Oh, yeah. Down there, some cemetery road.
Took all week,
Is
but
that the one they, one of us, the Blacktop?
Right.
Yeah.
It's privately owned, correct?
Well, it's a
Well-
township road, but the cemetery board in Centralia years ago had it paved. So they are willing to keep maintaining it. Otherwise, if the township takes it over, they're gonna turn it back to rock. The township, or the cemetery board don't want to see that happen, so. I guess in the
So-
past, we've always helped with the equipment, just simply go for the oil, the rock, or whatever to this.
And I drove it, and I think we're just, 3 loads of blade patch, and I called Eckert Little, Ron Little.
He's a,
Yeah, and I talked to him, and he said he'd be totally fine with 3 loads of blade patch. He'd pay for the material, we'll haul it, and, they'll,
They pay for the material.
they'll pay for the
I
haul.
see. And how long stretch is this?
It's quarter of a mile at the most.
maybe. I don't know if we're gonna get that in writing to where everybody knows in the future that that road is maintained by the cemetery board. But, the city was
But it's
saying it
from
was
the
county
township,
road.
yeah.
City was saying it was county was saying it was township, and township said it ain't ours.
Nobody wanted it.
Nobody wanted it, and I called, well, even the first person I called the cemetery board didn't know anything about it.
Before their time.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, you maybe make a note in minutes, would that be the thing to do with and some kind of flag there, we could go back, somebody could go back and
Well,
look.
I don't know. For
Send
this
it over.
generation.
but yeah, I was gonna say, for this
For
generation.
this generation, we all know now, so. But yeah, I told him, well, we can get to it. When the weather is getting out cool,
Mm-hmm.
we'll get to it. So he would like it done before Memorial Weekend, which we can make that happen. So, but yeah. There you go.
Well, good, we can help them out that way, because if they've got the money.
And this is for the Centralia Cemetery,
Mhm.
like a public cemetery.
Yes.
Yes.
It's still an active cemetery, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't ever remember working on that. That's just, it's crazy.
And be something that they could, as a board, because they can levy, raise their levy a little bit, so that, if they really want that, paved, which I can understand that, I mean, they do, it's an active cemetery.
But we're not gonna seal it this year, we're just gonna
Yeah.
fix the rough spots with asphalt.
Mhm.
So, I guess if they want to spend the money next year, they can, but.
The chip and seal it.
Mhm.
But there is people that live on this and travel this routinely now.
Nobody lives on that road. But people can use that road to get,
Get to their house.
they can go north or south and get to another road that brings them to their houses.
I wouldn't there, it's pretty rough.
It's rough road.
Do you know what the name of the road is that we're talking about here? This portion.
She's got it in red here.
Well, actually, the plan book has it in red, we don't.
Yeah.
92nd Road?
I got nothing else, unless you got something.
Yep. I would like to go into executive session to discuss the road and bridge supervisor position. If we got time,
Yeah, how long are you thinking?
10, 15.
Yeah, I'd say, 10?
I'll second that motion, go on executive session until 9:35.
Yeah.
Three commissioners now.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Pose same sign?
Okay.
Motion carried.
Okay.
Thanks, Kathy.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna do you here, okay. It took 10 minutes. I think we'll.
Okay, we're closing for a short executive session until 9:35 a.m.